In this morning's New Zealand Herald headlines, Golriz Ghahraman faces 2 charges when the former MP will appear in court. National starts political year on a high as the party heads into a caucus retreat. And why King Charles will be booked into hospital next week. Atamaria, I'm Sherry Kinnear. It's Thursday, the 18th of January. Golriz Ghahraman faces 2 charges of shoplifting after 2 accusations emerged against her last week. The former Green MP will appear in Auckland District Court on February 1st. The charges relate to 2 alleged incidents at a Ponsonby store just days before Christmas. Ghahraman says it's obvious her mental health was affected because of work-related stress, adding she's fallen short of expectations. Police were seen at her Greenland house earlier this week. An opportunity for the National Party to look ahead to the year and work on ways to maximise the momentum they have. The party's MPs are heading into a caucus retreat today in Christchurch. Ministers are already back at work with cabinet committees starting up this week ahead of the first cabinet meeting next Tuesday. Massey University Professor of Politics Richard Shaw says they'll be quietly pleased with recent good polling, but there'll be no sounds of self-congratulation.
Because they know that it's going to be a tricky year, they know that the external pressures on the cost of living crisis that we remain in, irrespective of the change of government, are, if anything, heightened.
There's work to do in turning around NCEA achievement rates across the country. Provisional results indicate pass rates dropped for a 3rd consecutive year, with the finger being pointed at the compounding disruptions of COVID. Secondary Principals Association says teachers have already started the job of trying to turn this around, but it's clear there's still work to be done.
The students that joined high schools post-COVID are probably going to fare better than the ones that were right in the middle of it, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that.
In world news, the Greenland ice sheet has lost more than 5,000 square kilometres of ice since 1985. A study published in science journal Nature used satellite images to analyse the extent of the changes. The 2nd largest ice sheet in the world has shrunk by an average of 218 square kilometres every year since January 2000. The authors note this retreat does not appear to substantially contribute to sea level rise, but may play a part in ocean circulation patterns and how heat energy is distributed. And King Charles will be in hospital next week for treatment for a prostate condition. Buckingham Palace says the King will undergo a corrective procedure and the 75-year-old's public engagements will be postponed for a short period. The announcement comes shortly after it was revealed the Princess of Wales is in hospital after undergoing abdominal surgery. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.